The Grand Canyon is a natural feature located in Arizona that is characterized by broad bands of red rock that, when viewed in cross-section, display a geological history that spans millions of years. Scientists just uncovered something scary in the canyon. The canyon averages 10 miles across and a mile deep for 277 miles. It represents rock layers, each of which can be dated to a different epoch in Earth's history. As scary as it is, this investigation could change our knowledge of the Grand Canyon's past. What did scientists do? Let's see how the Grand Canyon will terrify the world with. Discovery of ancient Egyptian artifacts. On April 5, 1909, the Arizona Gazette's front page reported on the discovery of Egyptian artifacts during an archaeological expedition in the Grand Canyon, which was supported by the Smithsonian Institution. High above the Colorado River, the team discovered an underground tube network that may contain mummies, statues, and other antiquated relics, an important finding that was unmissable for archaeologists. However, the Smithsonian Institution claims to have no documentation on the find. 313-million-year-old footprints. The oldest fossil footprints were discovered in Grand Canyon National Park in 2016 by Norwegian geologists. Walking with students, Professor Alan Krill discovered a startling discovery. Hikers might see the oldest fossil footprints on a boulder close to the trail. Using the Bright Angel Trail, a geological map of the strata, the researchers were able to date the traces with accuracy to 313 million years. Cavernlike tunnels. During a trip in 1909, G. E. Kincaid, an explorer with the Smithsonian Institution, discovered some strange caves. The entrance to the caves was almost impregnable, but Kincaid managed to get inside and discover something amazing. Enormous tunnels sprouted from the center of a wheel-shaped cavern that was packed with artifacts like copper weaponry, sculptures, and seed granaries. It could have accommodated 50,000 people in comfortable living quarters. The Grand Canyon is missing billions of rocks because the Grand Canyon is an example of history preserved in rock, with each layer of rock representing a distinct era of Earth's history. Scientists have been concerned about this phenomena for decades. Geologist John Wesley Powell first observed the anomaly in 1869, after discovering that the Grand Canyon's geological record lacks rock layers that date back more than 1 billion years. This phenomenon is known as the Great Unconformity. This was found out by scientists when they noticed that rocks that date back 520 million years were found near to rocks that date back 1.4 to 1.8 billion years. According to this research, there is a peculiar hole in the geological record that has been caused by certain events. The tectonics of Earth must have been agitated by this trade. Geologist Ellen Krill was ascending the Bright with his students. Sloth excrement and mummified bats fill Grand Canyon caves. There are Ice Age plant and animal remnants in several of the Grand Canyon's tunnels. A dance party can take place in some tunnels, while others are just big enough to crawl through. Using well-preserved fossils, researchers examined life during the 40,000-year Ice Age. In Arapahoe Cave, at the western end of the canyon, scientists first discovered balls of feces. Mountain goat skulls, both extinct and preserved, have been discovered. On this journey, community wood mice huddled for centuries among mounds of leftover animal and plant remains. The Colorado River is drying up. The Colorado River flows approximately 1,500 miles south from the Rocky Mountains to the arid waterfalls of the Grand Canyon. It passes through lush wetlands and canyons before emptying into the Gulf of California, offering visitors to the canyon an enjoyable diversion. Since Trump became a Southwest concern, the river has been running low, but still flows well at the Grand Canyon. Boaters can still be seen cruising across Lake Mead in Nevada and Arizona, a distinct line in the rock walls at the lake's edge. Environmentalists believe that damming and diversion of the Colorado River has endangered the river, especially in the last 10 years. Because of this uncertainty, travelers should plan their trip to the Grand Canyon. Uranium detected in the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon contains uranium, proving that radioactive uranium does occur in the Rockies despite its peculiar appearance. This indicates that radiation is present in the area, but it is at the lowest conceivable level, according to tests, which makes the Grand Canyon quite safe for tourists. Nonetheless, there are a number of abandoned mines in the Grand Canyon that pose a concern to locals and visitors. Following the Yellow Wall disaster, the hybrid Supai tribe, whose home lies at the bottom of the Grand Canyon, voiced their concern about uranium pollution, and petitions to outlaw uranium mining in the region started to circulate. Grand Canyon Cave Suite. In case bombs dropped, U.S. President John F. Kennedy set up a safe haven for the populace in the Grand Canyon. He brought supplies and food into the caves to sustain a minimum of 2,000 people. The apartment has many contemporary comforts, and because of the naturally dry climate of the cave, JFK's emergency supplies are still fresh and useful after 40 years of storage. But since the explosives never went off, the cave chambers turned into a tourism destination for visitors to the 220-foot-deep Grand Canyon, which is known for its extreme depth, complete darkness, and lack of humidity. Mojan Monster. Bigfoot in the Grand Canyon is a massive creature. The Mojan Monster of 1903 was reported by Stevens. Stephen told a Republican in Arizona that he had met a pastor close to the Grand Canyon. The wild man of the cliffs had white hair on his head, a long white beard that reached his knees, and a long white tail that reached his feet. It smells like a dead fish or skunk and has a horrible body odor, making one wonder about how dirty it is. Braille's upper arms are massive and hang to its knees. 22-inch tracks are on it. The Rokio monster assaulted tents at night, according to the majority of hikers and campers in the Rim region. So they took matters into their own hands. It was instructed to rip, open bags, toss furniture, and to steal food. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell to get updates. Thanks for watching.